Well, welcome to another edition of the Nicheology Profit Letter. This is Paul Evans. We continue looking at becoming an online entrepreneur. I've been challenging you, I've been challenging myself as well, to be thinking like an owner, not simply an employee. An employee is told what to do. An owner decides what to do. So as we continue this process, I want to show you a couple of things I got in the mail yesterday from Brian McElroy. The Road to Fandwa and the actual DVD documentary of that himself and some others have produced to really educate people on the plight and the situation of those in Haiti. And then he also sent me Frank McKinney's The Tap. He knew that this would be right up my alley, and I get to learn from Frank. Frank's not telling me what to think, but instead I'm able to read it and determine what is best for me and how to live that out in my life. That's what education is about. Education is not telling you what you've got to do. Education is about presenting information and facts to you so that you can decide for yourself what to do with it. Now, I did get another book from my buddy Craig Valentine. Now, this is pretty awesome. This is right up my alley. I shared with you yesterday I was jiggling when I jogged. Just say no to cardio. I didn't even know it. I'm already following that. Thanks, Craig. You need to really look this book up and get that. He's also at turbulencetraining.com. He has got some great physical fitness concepts that are going to allow you just to bust it through the roof if you're into that sort of thing, and I need to be. Well, all of this is about education. It's not telling me this is what I've got to do, but it's presenting information so that I can make a decision from there. And this is what's so amazing about the mentality that I often see online, and I bet you've seen this too, and that is there's an expectation of free, an expectation to be able to learn everything for free and then make money off of it. If you've had a business online for any length of time, I guarantee you've had people contact you and say, if you really wanted to help people, you would give me this for free. Well, what's that do? It creates an entitlement mentality. And I've never had anyone actually pay me after requesting something for free. Of course, the Nicheology Profit Letter that you're receiving right now is free. So count that as an extreme profitable gift that you're not having to pay for. So when we think about being educated, think about it from the standpoint of the employee and the owner. Now, an employee has been trained by the educational system, and I'm not against it. I see this online all the time. You know, I don't have a degree, or I never use my degree. Well, so what? You still learn something in the process. However, here's the challenge that I'm seeing. You've got somebody that has spent $100,000 to $800,000 on a formal education. And then they come online and they complain about a $27 ebook. That makes no sense. Or one of my favorites, I was talking to somebody the other day about growing their business, and they were like, you know, somebody's wanting to charge me $1,000. My guy's lost his mind, wants me to pay $1,000. I'm like, really? You're sitting behind a $2,000 desk. How much money has this desk made you compared to what that individual can make you? I've been open about participating in a mastermind group the past year that cost, I'm going to say, around $15,000. Now, a lot of people would be going, Paul, that's insane. Really? I mean, what's better to spend a year learning specific things that can be applied to business, specifically to a business model like mine, or to go and spend $100,000, $200,000, $500,000 on a formal education in which there's absolutely no guarantee. Now, even with the mastermind group, there was no guarantees there. But it was a joint, like-minded group of individuals all on that same course. Man, how much better, how much more money did I make off of that than I actually did off of my formal education? Wow, you know, an owner is able to interpret education very differently. An employee actually thinks it's better for me to get a degree and get a job, and if I'm lucky enough, I get my very own cubicle. Wow, I spent $300,000 for my own cubicle, but I'm upset to spend $97 a month, or I'm upset to spend $1,000 for a course. I'm telling you, you see right there, don't you, the total difference between the owner mentality and the employee mentality. So I want to challenge you, as I continually challenge myself, to draw a line in the sand, make a decision. Do you want to be an employee or do you want to be an owner? Now, when I say that, it doesn't mean that if you've got a job right now, you quit it. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is that you adopt the owner mentality, meaning, as we talked about yesterday, you are responsible for your decisions, and that you are making the decisions, and that everyone that's out there that you're learning from, it's simply that they are helping to educate you so that you can make better and better and better decisions for your business. So you probably got a lot of information already on your hard drive. Open some of that today. Study that. Educate yourself. And if you don't, if you've been really reluctant to make a purchase because you're afraid of overspending, you're afraid that this isn't a good investment, I want you to think for a few minutes of how much money you have spent, not in training yourself for business, but how much money you spent to get a job, to sit in a 4x4 cubicle. How much money was spent to attain that, compared to how much money you've actually spent to attain your own business? Wow, probably a huge difference there. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. I'm just saying you got to make that mental switch to being that owner. And I know that's within you. I have people all the time that will complain about having to spend X amount of dollars online. And I've noticed every time that those are the individuals that don't make it. I hate that. I hate to even say that, because I'm the type of person that wants to believe that everybody's going to make it. On the opposite side, I've got people who are not free will spending, but they're spending wisely in their online business education. And I see them growing by leaps and bounds and really moving forward. So be wise with your decisions and what you're purchasing, but don't think that you're purchasing an answer. That's what an employee thinks. Think that you're purchasing an education that you're going to be able to utilize in your business the way that you see fit. Now, tomorrow we'll be talking about how to take this education and actually turn it into income. So I'll see you then. It's been Paul Evans. Have a blessed day, and don't forget, success is not an accident.